in any organization, be it a micro, startup, or an MNC. A thoughtful and in-depth onboarding experience is integral for both attracting and retaining top performers in all these companies, whether big or small. Peter Skutz said, hire character, train skill. And that's exactly the quality of an exceptional HR. Ideal HRs ain't the ones that aim to fulfill spots. They recognize that employees are the company's most valuable assets. And I'm sure each company would definitely wish to have best performing aides. Just like we Indians keep investing in stock performing better, right? Knowing how to empathize as well as to execute the process are the traits of an out of the ordinary HR. I'm sure we all agree to this. All right, let me share with you from the journey that I have been living. I have comprehended one of the things that laying off is not the solution, but getting trained or study on internal auditing and putting it to the right use, eventually fetching the best output is the solution. To attain some more insight about this and to put it on a pedestal gracing the event along with all you lovely people across the globe, we have His Eminence Mukassir Dawatul Haq Shahzada Dr. Kaid Johar Baisab Izzuddin, accompanied by other dignitaries from education as well as corporate industry. Our guest of honor for this auspicious day, Dr. Sudhir Gawane, founding Vice Chancellor, MGM University, former Vice Chancellor Yashwantrao Chavan, Maharashtra Open University, Nashik, and also Dean Director to Marathwada Institute of Technology, World Peace University. Also, guest of honor, Mr. Prashil Parde, Chief People Officer at Trenter Software. Our third guest of honor, Dr. Nikhat Hamza, Senior Head HR Symbiosis, Skill and Open University. It's a pleasure to have you all connected with us for this book launch, offering us your valuable time, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, to be part of this. I feel obliged introducing the people who are the backbone of the event. We cannot forget our authors, Dr. Muhammad Bauji, MD CPHR Services Private Limited, HR strategist, career coach, and a wonderful author. Ruqayya Electricwala, a certified HR, career counselor, and a trainer. Shalmali Bujbal, HR auditor, who has completed her master's from IIM Rohtak. Welcome, everyone. Sharing more about the book from the wonderful team, this book being an extension to the previous one, Transformational HR Beyond Processes. 1.0 was the first one, and this one we come up with 2.0. It gives a deep understanding about the elements which will help in answering any questions related to the working of human resources and enhancing its output for smooth functioning. The matrix based on talent acquisition, management, development, and recognition here consists of 22 elements and, not to forget, 127 sub-elements. Furthermore, putting forth the 5 parameters that helps undertaking vertical analysis of each element. It would be our honor to be graced with few words from His Eminence. Sir, we have sir online?
Yes.
Okay. It's our honor to have His Eminence Mukassir Dawatul Haq Shahzada Dr. Kaid Johar Baisab Izzuddin. Speaking about him, he was appointed in the position of Mukassir by the 53rd Dayal Mutallaq Sayyidna Mufaddal Saifuddin on 4th of March 2019. He has served under the administration of Dawat-e-Hadiya under the Dalai Mutlaq for over 50 years. 50 years, that's a huge time. And has administered numerous community development and public relation projects. He also heads the legal department of Dawat-e-Hadiya, missions in governing the various trusts and foundations of Dawoodi Bohra community. He was also appointed as one of the 4 rectors of Al Jamiatus Safia. He also headed the Dawoodi Bohra youth organization, Shabab ul Idis Zahibi. He is the chairman of the Safi Hospital Trust and the Safi Burhani Upliftment Trust. He has superheaded the project for the revival and restoration of the great mosque of Kufa in the year of 2010. Apologies if I fall short of words today to express gratitude for your presence here. Our happiness and gratefulness surely knows no bounds. Talking about the recognitions of His Eminence, in United States on 23rd of October 1995, he was presented by the key to the city of Irving, Texas by Dr. Morris Parrish. On 20th of November 2013, in United Kingdom, he was awarded an honorary degree of Doctor of Business Administration from the University of East London. May I please take this opportunity to request His Eminence to spare few words for us?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Distinguished guests of honor, Dr. Sudhir Garham, Mr. Rashid Fadil, Dr. Nikhat Hamza, and interested participants of the launch event of Volume 2 of Transformation HR Beyond Processes, a book which has been dedicated by the author to Allah the Almighty, the 52nd Da'il Mutlaq, His Holiness Dr. Sayyidina Muhammad Burhanuddin Ridwanullah alayh, and his son and successor, the 53rd Da'il Mutlaq, His Holiness Dr. Sayyidina Mufaddal Saifuddin, Tawwalallahu Umrahu Sharif, and the authors present, and their dear family, and their authors' parents and their dear family members. May Allah the Almighty keep all of you well and safe under His care and protection. The book being released today provides a deep understanding about the functioning of HR, which is one of the most vital and important departments in the organization. It is based on the 4 functions: talent acquisition, talent management, talent development, and rewards and recognition. And it gives an in-depth idea of the functioning of various processes.
Appointment, CEO said the appointment.
The book has been written keeping in mind
Hello.
the ever-changing
Hello.
business environment and the need for professionals, business owners, and management students to keep abreast of all the changes occurring in the HR industry. The book includes a rating card, rating scale, and a matrix with the help of which one can do a quick HR audit to understand how matured its processes are and accordingly make decisions for further improvement. I commend the talented authors, Dr. Muhammad Bawaji, Ms. Shalma Ali Bhujbal, and Mrs. Ruqayya Electricwala for their efforts in publishing a book that will enhance our understanding of HR functions in these changing times. I'm sure this event must be making each of the authors very proud of their achievement, and rightly so. My best wishes and prayers are with them for the success of this book. May it prove to be an interesting and useful read for all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. These words can definitely awaken a person to work on his dreams and not just kickstart, but definitely act as a driving force to reach greater heights. With this, we have reached our time of the day where we are waiting to unveil the book. Before that, let me just remind to everyone, hope everyone has received a link. The second link with a white background and a golden button for launch. It is a golden button with launch written on it. I hope everyone has received it. We'll wait for 30 seconds in case if you haven't received it, you would definitely see them on your screens very soon. You might receive it via WhatsApp or any other means of communication. Meanwhile, let me remind you once again about more than 100 media houses covering this event. And remember, each one connected with us over Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, or any other platform. You are not just a viewer, but a part of this world record attempt of unrevealing process done together by thousands of us at the same time. May I please request the chief guest? May I please request Honorable Chief Guest to please officially launch the book. Everyone here will just, with the count of 3, we will launch it all together after our chief guest does that for us. We will wait for our chief guest to launch the book officially.
I officially launch the book now.
This is the event that we were waiting for. Let's all click together and have a round of applause and thank our chief guest as well as all the authors.
And the guests of honors, please.
Yes, definitely. Congratulations to all 3 authors of the book.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Bavji, for his 12th one, it's not his first. Let me all remind you guys, it's his 12th book. And first for the other 2 authors. But I'm sure with the response that they would get with this book, they are definitely going to get motivated to write many more in future. Connecting with our honorable guests for insights over their expertise, connecting the domain to the HR. Primarily, let us connect to the first guest of honor, Professor Dr. Sudhir Gavane. He has
Mr. Kripal, I'm sorry for interrupting.
Sure.
Can we please take 1 minute more? Because
Sure.
Golden Books of World Record, World Book of Records, and several other record books companies are currently online. They are investigating. They've given us 60 more seconds. All those who have not clicked on the button can do so, please. They are live on YouTube. A humble request for everyone to please click on the button if you haven't clicked on it.
For all the viewers, you are part of this amazing event. You are not just the viewer. I'm just reminding you once again, you are not just the viewer. You are launching the book along with us. We are thankful to Dr. Bauji for this wonderful event wherein they are giving us a chance to launch a book along with them. 30 seconds more. Let's quickly press the launch button at earliest. Countdown begins. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Just 10 seconds more. 9, 8, 7, half a dozen, 5, 4, my unlucky number 3, 2, Mohammed says lucky number 1, and that's it. I am sure we would have reached the success number that we were looking for.
Inshallah. We'll wait. We can continue with the function, with the
Sure.
event.
All right. Coming to our guest of honor, taking this opportunity to address Dr. Sudhir Gavane. He has 4 decades of experience. That's not a less number. Probably almost 10 years more than my age. Founding and former Vice Chancellor, MGM University, Aurangabad. Actively associated with UGC, ICSSR, UNICEF, UPSC, MPSC, and NAC. Former Vice Chancellor, Yashwantrao Chavan, Maharashtra Open University, Nashik. Quality Assessor, NAC, Bangalore. Has got 20 years of vast experience with NAC. Former Dean and Director, Liberal Arts, Science and Commerce, MIT World Peace University, from the Oxford of East, that's Pune. Former Professor and Head, University Department of Mass Communication and Journalism, from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Aurangabad. With your 4 decades of experience in the educational industry, I would request you to share thoughts over this book and how would it connect with the upcoming institutions and the situations. If you could please enlighten us with your thoughts.
Thank you very much for inviting me for this record-making publishing event of HR, dedicated to the HR sector as such. And I'm very happy that His Eminence Shahzada, Dr. Taid Johar Bhai Sahab, Izzuddin Sahab, has been the chief guest of this function, and he has graced this function with his blessings to the author, Dr. Bauji Mohammed, as well as the Shalmali Bhujbal and Rukaya Electricwala. At the outset, let me congratulate all these 3 authors, particularly the leader of the authors, that is Dr. Mohammed Bauji, who is the HR strategist, who has developed HR metrics to utilize the technology, have a marriage of technology and HR practices, and come out with neutral HR analytics as well as application in the field of corporate as well as the education sector and other sectors where HR is very important component. The book titled as Transformational HR Beyond Processes 2.0. This is the second in the series of, I am expecting this will be a trilogy. Now, the Transformation of HR Beyond Processes 1.0 was published. It was highly appreciated by the corporates and HR practitioners all over the world. And now the author, and I'm so happy that Dr. Mohammed Bauji has, accommodated, because his mind is so wide, that he has engaged 2 HR practitioners, experts of young generation to be part of writing of this book, like Sharmali Bhujbal, who is HR auditor, as well as Rukia Electricwala, who is also HR practitioner. So combiningly, talent of all the three is being expressed in this very important book dedicated to the HR sector, HR practices, which is on the verge of transformation altogether by digital revolution application. We are living in a digitally driven world, and we know the metaverse, a new kind of digital environment is being created. The cyber world is being created. So alternative world is being created by human talent and digital technologies combining together, where humans can create a global world without any boundaries, borderless world, where any human being from any part of the world can experience, share his experience and create characters of his imagination or reimagination and contribute intellectually into the field of any sector for that matter. I personally feel this book has come up at the time at which it was needed most, because really the corporates and the public sectors as well as the education sector is at present in a phase of transformation, facing the transformation. And when you are facing a transformation and when you are realizing that the human capital is more important than the capital, that's very important. If you go back to 60, 70, 100 years back, that time capital was considered as the most important component. But then we realized, human race has realized, corporate leaders have realized that capital, who creates? Capital is created by the human beings, the intelligence of human beings, the imagination of human beings, the creativity of human beings. Currencies are created by human beings. Mode of currencies, be it a currency, note currency, or a cryptocurrency, whatever. It is created by the human beings, and therefore, more than the capital, human capital is at a driving force of any progress of any sector in the world now. It is a realization, and therefore, we are understanding, everybody is understanding that HR is a driving force of social, economic change and progress and prosperity. If we understand that, we have to understand the journey of HR. When HR was just considered as appointing, relieving, joining, to human beings being inducted in a organization, but it is not so. It has a lot of dimensions, and this book, written by Dr. Mohammad Bauji, as well as Shalmali Bhujbal and Rukeya Letriwala, has given emphasis and developed a matrix, scientific matrix, which can measure neutrally what are the characteristics of that particular person, the talent acquisition, talent management, talent retention, talent rating, talent progress and talent development and talent management. So talent is a human capital, and that capital is not easily available to any organization. For that, talent hunt is required. And that talent hunt can happen only we people understand the dimensions, different dimensions of HR. So I consider the HR is, it was a journey from HR, human resource, converted itself into human capital, into corporate progress and prosperity, and then it is win-win for all. If you have infrastructure, physical infrastructure, machinery, land, everything, even brand. And if you don't have a human capital of top quality, then you will lose your grounds. We know the brand like Nokia, BlackBerry, they are nowhere now. So if you want to stand in a market, keep your standing in a market, remain in a market, ever-growing processes, then you need disruptive innovations. And disruptive innovation can come from the brains of the bright brains and bright human beings. Unless that, no organization, may it a private, may it a public, may it a corporate, may it a NGO, may it a educational sector, any sector for that matter, cannot improve, cannot progress, cannot reach to prosperity, and cannot achieve what I say, the prosperity and the goals and destinations they drive for. And therefore, HR is very important. And for that matter, the book discusses thoroughly on the different aspects with the experience as a strategist Dr. Mohammad Bawaji is having, and Shalmali as a HR auditor is having, and as well as Electric Wala is also having her own experience. She expresses that critically and examines how these technology applications and metrics can be applied to the various aspects of the HR practices. For that matter, I will just conclude in 2-3 minutes. For example, it is being said that for HR, what is required is SMAC, that is social, mobile, analytics, and cloud. Social media, social, mobile, analytics, and cloud. So, how that person lives in society, how the characteristics of that person are, how it is his socio-economic and cultural background, upmaking, then the mobile, how he
sorry to interrupt,
communicates with
Sudhir
the
sir.
world,
Sorry to
analytics,
interrupt.
and the cloud. So these are the elements through which a particular expert of HR or particular candidate is
Sir,
being
I
assessed
am
by the
extremely sorry
scholars.
to interrupt. Sudhir
Yeah,
sir,
please.
sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry, but I
Time
am very
limit is
happy
there.
to
Time limit is there, right?
correct. Because
Yeah, I
the other
got your
guests
point.
have.
Don't
So
waste
sorry.
time. I will conclude myself.
Sure,
So,
sure.
in view of this social, mobile, analytics, and cloud technologies, and integration of artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, Internet of Things, all these combining together are giving new dimensions to the digital HR. And I hope this particular book, written by these three very dynamic and bright young authors, that is Transformational HR, Beyond Processes 2.0, and I hope that in years to come, they will come out with 3.0, they will come out with 4.0, and now there is IR 5.0 is being discussed, in which, along with machines, humans are given more importance than the machine, than technology, and that aspect is very important, and they will address the current trends and future trends also in upcoming books of theirs. I once again thank you for inviting me to be part of this record break event of Dr. Mohammad Bawaji, Shalmali Bhujbal, and Electric Wala, and I congratulate them from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
sir.
sir, for your valuable words. It really means a lot to us. And extremely sorry we couldn't keep it longer, but we will assure soon we should have you speaking a lot more. Thank you so much. Our next guest of honor, Prashil Parde. He's the one who believes in winning is all about not quitting. That's his belief. As an HR professional, he has successfully served globally renowned organizations such as Tata Interactive System, Birla Technologies, Reliance Life Science and Pharma, Times of India, HCL Technologies, MindGate Solutions Private Limited, and currently with Trenter Software as Chief People Officer. He is proud of being a front runner. 2 CEOs hired him back twice to work for them in his career. He is the winner of 4th Best HR Minds in India at World HR Congress, which was held in February 2018. He has created 5 organizations from scratch, taking from 0 employers to 9,200 employees base. That's Mr. Prashil Parde. Sir, may I please request you to throw light on usefulness of this book and connecting it being in the same field?
So, Mr. Nathwani, you're doing a fair job, I should say. It takes a lot of guts to speak when somebody, I really appreciate that. His Eminence, thank you for your time. Dr. Babaji, Shalmili, and Rukaya, you really have done a good job from my perspective. I think so. I picked up the book, and I didn't leave it till the time I could finish it. I did finish it in one read, and I kind of decided yesterday that I am going to order more copies of it for the whole team of mine to go through it. Reasons why: simple language and not complicated analysis, numbers that make sense, and I could apply it down to my real life. This is the time when HR is really under a big challenge. Lots of people are expecting a lot of things from HR to do. I think so. They're expecting HR to be Superman who can wear red chaddi outside. But however it goes, that's what it is. Our main business is people, and that's my business. But the business expects revenue, business expects return, business expects understanding, business expects him to be a coach, a trainer. And at times when I sit back at the end of the day and see what are the things that I have achieved, I think so I've achieved more than my KRA that I have actually started the day with. Your book, sir, has given me, it's kind of rereading my MBA program all over again, but just focusing on 4 basic topics. I'm going to buy each one of them for my one for my talent head, my talent acquisition head, my rewards and recognitions leader. And I said, go back, get basics in place, don't solve the world, read this book, and let's add value to business all over again. This is my understanding from the book, and I am absolutely speaking this from the bottom of my heart. I read it in one go. It made sense to me. Language was simple and numbers were fantastic. These were the few recall values I have, and this is exactly what I'm going to go and ask my team members to go and do. So, Dr. Babaji, Shalmali, Madam Rukaya, good job. I liked it. At least it was more simpler than the McKinsey reports that you read or Price Waterhouse reports that you read. This made sense to me in real Indian perspective. And I am going to take it seriously. Mr. Nathwani, was I in time, or do I have more time to go ahead?
No, sir. Thank you so much. It was really nice listening to you from, with your vast experience and putting it in less words. It is not that easy, but you really did that in an amazing manner. And your feedback really helps us doing better.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our next guest of honor, Dr. Nikhat Hamza, writer, speaker, and a blogger. She is Senior Head HR at Symbiosis Skill and Open University, Pune, former Director HR Crescent University of Science and Technology, Chennai. She has done PhD in anthropology and holds more than 2 decades of experience in leadership and is certified Thomas PPA practitioner She has authored book on corporate sweet and salt. She is recipient of Shushma Swaraj Stree Shakti Award 2020. She is also the founder of startup called Tech and Coach. This center helps the startups in setting the HR policies and organization structure and many more things. We welcome you, ma'am. We would like to know role of HR in higher education, you being into Symbiosis, and probably views about the book and how would it be helpful to the HR fraternity.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Kripal. Thank you so much. Respected Shehzada Dr. K. Jauhar Bhai Sahab. It was honor listening to you. Our guest of honor, Dr. Sudhir Gawane sir, Mr. Prashil Parde. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Mohammad Bawachi for inviting me as a guest of honor for this online book launch, Transformation HR Beyond 2.0. And I would also like to congratulate the other two authors, Shamili Bhujbal, ma'am, and Mrs. Rukaiya Electricwala. You have done a wonderful job. This book is really nice, and I'm sure this will help HR fraternity a lot. Coming to Krupal, your first question, the role of HR in higher education.
Yes.
Yeah. So education has changed dramatically due to technology changes. Earlier, there was a blackboard lecturing full of schools. Now it has gone to online, completely online. There are many best courses which are available online. So teaching has changed. Conventionally, the role of HR was handling the payroll, doing small shortlisting resumes, the small works. That was the role of HR, and that was taken care by an administrative officer. But now, because of this competitions and the generation technology changes, HR is gearing up in education sector. The expansion of role of higher education signifies the process of HR in the corporate world. So over last 2 decades, there has been a lot of changes in the HR role. The universities are hiring HR for designing the policies, diversified people, strategic. They have now a strategic role in to play. Because the university wants their working style to be changed into the corporate style, and because of the involvement of the HR inside the universities has resulted in the best practice in higher education, increase in diversified workforce. Many universities are undergoing the transformation to match themselves with the need of industries. And it is like Sudhir sir also told, the transformation process many universities are going, and transformation is a process of accepting the changes for the betterment of the organization. And the organization who do not opt for the transportation, they find it difficult to meet the demand of current demand. So the HR in the education sector is gearing up now. And your second question regarding book, yes, it's a wonderful book. The book is based on 4 functions, that is talent acquisition, talent management, talent development, and reward and recognition. I was not able to complete the book yesterday, but I'm sure I will be completing it soon. The author have managed to build a matrix consisting of 22 elements and 127 sub-elements. And the matrix gives the reader a very detailed process of 4 functions. In fact, the first page diagram itself is very clear for a person to understand the complete role of HR. And this will help the organization to understand its HR, understand and can put the optimum use to achieve the goal. The important part is this tool is measurable. They have made it measurable, which will help the organization to understand how mature this process are based on 5 parameters, and that will help to undertake a vertical analysis of each element, which will help the organization to analyze the data collected for the continuous improvement. This data analytics part is very important for any HR to come to the proper conclusion, and which this book will serve the purpose for that. And because of this data analytical parts, the HR professionals will help the HR professional in shaping the overall strategy, which will be data driven, and the decision will be taken calculated. Like day before yesterday, when I was talking to Dr. Babaji sir, he said a very good thing that Madam, HR is everybody is doing HR in some form or other. Even a small shopkeeper is doing HR. So somewhere
Hey, Himanama kichu
the
autu tu.
managing team, when we are heading the team, that means we are doing the HR. So this book is for all those who are in HR, who wants to learn HR and who wants to teach HR and who wants to know about HR. I would recommend everyone should read this book, and it is very nicely written. Thank you once again, the authors, Babaji sir, Shamali ma'am, and Rukaiya ma'am. You have done a wonderful job. You have shared your experience in this in the wonderful way in the form of book. Thank you and congratulate once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your insight.
Thank you, ma'am.
We really thank you for your valuable words. Getting on to our heroes of today's event. Persistence can change failure into extraordinary results. And we have our author, Ms. Shalmali Bujpal, doing that. Shalmali Bujpal is an HR professional with more than 10 years of experience in the field of human resources, with a master's degree in HR from Wellinkers Institute of Management Development and Research, that is in Mumbai. She has also completed her HR analytics certification from IIM Rohtak. She has trained professionals and students by helping them to gain more insight in human resources. Her current muse is HR analytics, and she is working with one of the Fortune 500 companies and has been effectively performing the same role. She believes in having a global mindset and has taken interest in learning foreign languages too. As an author, I would request Shalmali ma'am to please help us and share a few words with us.
Thank you, Kripa. You're doing a good job. Thank you all. I'm truly excited and humbled with this dream opportunity. I have heard many quotes about, regarding dreams, but the one that stayed with me is, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. And I have truly understood this quote today, and I'm so glad to share this dream day with all of you all here present here. One of the most important thing that I have learned from my mother is gratitude, the feeling of gratitude. And that has always led me. On this note, I would like to thank God Almighty for his love and grace, my late mother for being my encourager always, my family for always being there with me and for me. I would also like to thank our chief guest for your presence. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. Our guest of honor, Mr. Prashil Parthe. I'm glad to share this day with you, Mr. Parthe, because you have been an inspiration for me to pursue my HR career. Also, Dr. Sudhir Gavane and Dr. Nikhat. Thanks a lot for your presence. I also want to thank all my attendees, my friends, colleagues, and my students. Thank you all for joining today. My co-author, Dr. Muhammad Bawaji, for your confidence in me and being there with me. You have always supported, you have mentored me, and you have been a good counselor. And Rukaiya for sharing all the ups and downs with me in this journey. Our book is surely the answer to one of the most pressing questions that every HR faces, and that is how to quantify it, how to make the process auditable, how to make them measurable. And trust me, if you take a look at this book, you will get your answers to all the questions that you're facing right now. This is just the beginning, and yes, there is a next step to us. We are converting this book into a course, which will further help you to get deeper understanding about the processes, how to make them auditable, and you can be a certified auditor. And this course is available online on the Academy CPHR platform. Thank you all again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. May I please request our next author, Mrs. Rukaiya Electricwala. She is a young budding professional with a master's degree in commerce from the Jai Hind College, Mumbai. Her experience began from monitoring and training students and helping them to enhance their performance by upgrading their grades. With her inclination towards knowledge and understanding data, she further pursued her career in analytics, where she worked as an assistant research analyst. She was always passionate about writing, and this combined with her past learnings helped her develop a career in writing. Currently, Ruqayya is settled in Dubai and has been continuously chasing her aspirations to become an established writer. She is an avid reader, and in her free time, she loves to write. She is a great creative writer. Ma'am, could I please have you and get your few words?
Hello, Mr. Kripal.
Yes, ma'am. You are audible. You can please proceed.
Firstly, a very warm welcome to all. It's an absolute privilege and honor to have His Eminence, Muqassir Dawat, Shahzada Kaijar, to have graced our launch with his esteemed presence. A very big thank you to our guests of honor, Dr. Sudhir Gavhane, Mr. Prashil Parde, and Dr. Nikhat Hamza, who removed time from their busy schedules to honor our event. As I embarked on the journey of writing this book, I sure had my fair share of speculations, but it's with the guidance and blessings of His Holiness, Dr. Sayyidina Mufaddal Saifuddin, TOS, that I'm able to present to you my very first book. The aim of writing Transformational HR Beyond Processes 2.0 is to help other individuals to comprehend, understand, inculcate, and truly embrace all aspects of this enthralling field, HR. HR, that is human resources, is the heart and soul of any organization. It is an employee-centric department which looks after the overall growth and satisfaction of employees, right from acquiring them to rewarding them. The welfare and satisfaction of employees is directly proportional to the success of organizations and earning a goodwill in the market. Thus, the need and importance of HR is ever increasing in today's competitive environment. We hope to convert this book into a training material for corporate, universities, and educational institutions, where we wish to conduct a blended workshop. The ones enrolling for the workshop will also have access to certification course for HR process auditing that my co-author, Ms. Shalmali Bhujbal, just spoke about. For any dream to come true, there's a good amount of hard work and dedication that is required. None of this would have been possible without the support of my co-authors, Dr. Mohammed Bawaji and Ms. Shalmali Bhujbal, who have provided me with their expertise on every step of this book. I owe my deepest gratitude to my parents, Sheikh Abdeli Bhanpurawala and Tasneem Bhanpurawala, and my brother, Hatim Bhanpurawala, who dreamt a dream for me even before I knew I was capable of fulfilling it. It remains incomplete without thanking my husband, Murtaza, friends, and family for constantly encouraging me at every step. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, the hero, as I just said, Dr. Mohammed Bawaji. Just degrees and a regular work does not fetch extraordinary results, but a framework and a dream would definitely do the needful. Here, Dr. Mohammed Bawaji, a Forbes featured CEO with a never-ending quest for excellence in the field of HR, leaving no stone unturned in achieving excellence beyond expectations. An experienced HR strategist, career coach, published author, entrepreneur, successfully published 11 books on human resources, with the previous one titled Transformational HR Beyond Processes. Being a world record holder book and is about to launch the 12th book, which is a sequel of the previous one. Once again, attempting a world record. Leaving no stone unturned in his career, he created 3 award-winning management tools, which are being implemented by various organizations globally and studied by management students from various universities. May I please request Dr. Mohammed Bawaji to help us with few words from you. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Taslimat aras karju Shah sahab. More than writing the book, it is a dream come true having Shah sahab in the book. Thank you so much, Shah sahab, for this. By my soul and my heart, I dedicate my efforts to the epitomes of knowledge. The 52nd Dail Mutlaq, His Holiness Dr. Sayyidina Muhammad Burhanuddin Sahib Ridwanullah Alayhi, and the 53rd Dail Mutlaq, leader of Dawoodi Bora community worldwide, His Holiness Dr. Sayyidina Mufaddal Saifuddin Sahib Tawallallah Umrah Sharif. It is only with their blessings that all this has been possible today. It is a great honor for me personally to have a very well-known and prominent personality as a chief guest, His Eminence Mukasir Dawatul Haq Shahzada Dr. Kai Johar Bhai Sahib Nizuddin Sahib, for granting us his precious time and bestowing us with his presence. Our guests of honor, Dr. Sudhir Gawane, Mr. Prashil Padhe, and Dr. Nikat Hamza, all of whom are respective fields. Their achievements and knowledge needs no introduction to us. I am pleased to welcome all of you today in this function to launch our book, Transformational HR Beyond Processes 2.0. This book wouldn't have been possible without the co-authors, Ms. Shalmali Bhujbal and Mrs. Rukaya Electricwala. Also, a special thanks to our publisher, Notion Press. The book Transformational HR Beyond Processes, launched last year, was based on the HR process effectiveness tool, which engulfed the 4 functions and the 21 elements of HR. Be it a small, medium, or a large scale organization, these elements apply to all. As we always say, the individual shop owner or the owner of an organization is the prime HR of his organization. As these elements apply to all, as it increases the effectiveness in people management and also increases the efficiency of the workforce. Transformational HR Beyond Processes 2.0 is based on the HR process effectiveness matrix. I repeat, the previous book was a tool, and this current book, it has made the previous tool measurable. Hence, we have given it the name HR process effectiveness matrix, which can be used for internal auditing and also help the organization to create value and gain a competitive advantage in business by enabling appropriate deployment of human resources. I have heard people say this is the digital era, but we say no, this is the data era. It's an era of data. Hence, in short, the previous book helps us in collection and sorting of data related to manpower of an organization, and the current book helps us analyze the same and reach to effective decision making. This is a very proud moment for me as an author, as it has been a long and an intense journey. But of course, I didn't walk through this alone. I had my team CPHR Services Private Limited, event coordinators, Zainab and Avinash, graphic designer, Muhammad, IT coordinators, Visionary Services, media partners, and keynote speaker, Mr. Kripal. Thank you so much. You've done a wonderful job, Mr. Kripal. I would like to acknowledge and extend my heartfelt gratitude to my parents and my family who have never ceased to believe in me and have extended their relentless support in all my endeavors. Lastly, I would like to address all my friends and readers who are here today and those who will watch the video and read my speech online. I thank you all. We have submitted the records to all the record companies across the globe. Inshallah, they will take 24 hours and get back to us whether we have actually accomplished or not. We will WhatsApp everybody the results. The current book, Transformational HR Beyond Processes 2.0, it is listed on several platforms online. First, notionpress.com, flipkart.com, amazon.in, amazon.com, amazon.co.uk. We have also published the ebooks which are listed on Amazon Kindle, Kobo, Google Play, and iBooks, practically everywhere. 30,000 distribution centers across the globe. people located internationally who are not in India can purchase the book, can order the book from any of these platforms, and you shall get it in the next 2 to 3 days. Once again, I thank everybody, full and a memorable one for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bauji. And once again, heartiest congratulations to all three authors. I thank all the chief guests and all three guest of honors. And to conclude for the day, let me share with you all people. Sorry?
Mr. Kripal, before you conclude,
Yeah.
Mr. Kripal, before you conclude, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No worries.
I forgot to mention the most important part of my life, Sigatul Mazarat, and all the Khidmat Bazaars of Sigatul Mazarat who have really taught me in this years exactly what HR is at ground level. I've worked on this Greenfield project through my mentor, Sheikh Abdi Ali Bhai Bhanpurawala, who has mentored me, handheld me, and helped me through all the ups and downs and guided me. Thank you so much to all the Khidmat Bazaars of Sigatul Mazarat and especially Janab Sheikh Abdi Ali Bhai. Apart from them, I have been really nurtured well, mentored well by Janab Abdul Qadir Bhai Sahab and Janab Abdul Tayyab Bhai Sahab. I thank you all of y'all and request support at all times. Thank you so much.
May whatever we do, we always need a mentor at any point of time. You are lucky enough, Dr. Bauji, to get the best mentors, which definitely help you reach these heights. Now, to conclude for the day, let me share with you all what I recently read. You may receive a pie, eat and forget. You may receive a champagne, drink it and forget. But when you receive a book, you can open again and again and again and again. See you all very soon with the next book launch by Dr. Bauji. May it come soon. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Saidi sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Babaji, and congratulations once again. And I'm sure you will break the record today.
Inshallah, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much for
and
coming.
Kripal, you have done a wonderful job.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Dr. Babaji. Very happy for you today.